Get all of your secret rares for Blazing Dominion. Now make sure you guys check out Kong's cards later today. Discount code MK40 is going to save you on your purchase. You're going to have everything that you are going to want up from Blazing Dominion, and this set is going to be quite an expensive one. Harmonia, Solemn, there's a lot of cards in here that are going to be crazy, but discount code MK40 will help you save on your purchase. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can check them out. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that blood tree button so you guys don't miss out more Oscar. And leave it to Konami to make probably one of the more important cards in this set, a secret rare. Now, for those of you that don't know, this sends a level 4 lower plant monster from the deck to the graveyard, except for the copy of itself. Special summon it from the hand. And if you do, its level becomes the level of the monster that you set. Starting off at a level 1, I mean, like, it's not crazy, but it's a circular. It mills down any plant that you're going to want. Now, we can banish this card and one plant monster from the graveyard to special summon a dragon from your hand or graveyard. Now, you can only use each effect this card's name once per turn, and then you cannot special summon the turn that you activate the effects of this card's effects, except for dragon or plants. Obviously, I get it's a little bit of a rough lock for the deck, but, you know, you're going to play this in Predaplans because it's dragon encompassing. If not, you know, plant decks are going to want to play it because it's a circular to drop down key components that they need. Plasma Vice Dragon. You know, it's interesting to see that they chose to drop Plasma Vice in here. But a red dragon archfiend that was synchro summoned using this card as material cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only use each of the following effects of Power Vice Dragon once per turn. So if you control the monsters or all monsters you control are dark synchro monsters, we can special summon this from your hand. And if this card is special summoned, you can add a resonator from your deck to your hand. And you cannot special summon the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for, you know, dark synchros. I'm wondering how expensive this card is truly going to be, because Konami hasn't really done a lot of these key cards for like main themes for a while in Secret Rare, so to see that, you know, coming out of left field here and we're dumping this as Secret Rare, I am curious to know. This might be, I know Red Dragon Archfiend enjoyers were hoping that their deck would be cheap, but unfortunately I think you're gonna have to pay the price with the Power Vice Dragon, you know, being this. But they also got punished by a second Seeker, which is the Crimson King. Now, Mr. Crimson King, this is fine as a Secret Rare. Now remember, it's a tuner plus one or more non-tuner dark monsters. If this card is synchro summoned, we can add a card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from your deck to your hand. And then when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, we can banish this card, special summon the Red Dragon Archfiend. Its attack becomes doubled, can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, and it counts as a synchro summon. My only concern is nowhere on this card does it include the words negate on it. When your opponent activates an effect, you literally just get to warp out into a giant 6k Red Dragon Archfiend that unfortunately doesn't really provide you anything else other than being incredibly menacing and might be a little bit of an easy out for the opponent to handle. So I don't know, I'm a little bit... It's cool that they got two secret rares because the deck looked nicer, but those price tags are going to be kind of expensive. Shade, the Obscure. This card, Japanese players have been like going crazy over this. They're more excited for this than we are. So you cannot pendulum summon except for pendulum monsters. And of course, if a monster with 1,000 attack or less is special summoned, you can return this card to the hand. It's on a pendulum scale 11, by the way, which is broken. Now, if a card is in your pendulum zone and this card is in your hand, you can special summon this, pay 1,000, destroy a pendulum monster card in your hand or face up to add one from your deck to your extra deck face up. The fact that they made Electromite, like, this is Konami's way of saying, we don't think we're gonna give you guys back Electromite, but what if we print a similar card that could functionally do the same thing? The TCG would have to appreciate us then, right? Well, I guess. I mean, like, Shade is going to be a good card. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And we have the Exceptional Schedule. Exceptional Schedule being a secret rare. I mean, this was just going to be flavorful, right? Because this card does so much for trains. Like, it's crazy. It adds a special or urgent, and then you get to special summon the literal token that you need to your opponent's field to allow you to be able to do the urgent schedule play so that you can special summon out even, like, it's it was a card that we needed a long time ago, and the fact that they gave it to us now is good. We can also banish it to target a level 10 machine in the graveyard to banishment. You have to send a card from your hand to the graveyard, but then you get to special summon that monster. Yeah. Exceptional Schedule is exceptional. It is such a good card for trains. And yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be one of the cheaper train cards, because if not, you're going to be spending some very, very crazy money to try to get these. We have the Chronicler as a secret rare, huh? You know, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that Konami's mentality here was, let's make the Chronicler a secret rare. But it's what? A light fairy tale plus a spellcaster. Your fairy tale monster cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only use each of the following of this card. So on fusion summon using a fairy tale prince's material. You can destroy as many cards your opponent controls as possible, and if you do inflict 500 damage your opponent for each destroyed. And when your opponent activates a spell or activates a card or effect, we can banish Fairy Tale from the hand or graveyard to negate that activation if you destroy that card. The fact that obviously like this is our negate, but we don't have Fairy Tale Snow. If we had Fairy Tale Snow legal right now, I genuinely believe that there would be way more hype oriented around this deck. And I mean, that's just a very TCG thing. You know, if you literally allow the engines that people consider to be extremely broken, then, you know, we would see a little bit more. Now, of course, Harmonia. This card, oh my God, this is probably, if there's going to be a secret in the set that's going to be expensive, it's going to be Harmonia. Because when a monster your opponent controls activates its effect, we can reveal this card in the hand and up to 5 synchros in the extra deck to apply these effects in sequence. So 2+, special summon this card. 4+, send one of the revealed synchros to the graveyard. And then 6, you can destroy a monster on the field. Yes, it does not provide a negate, but you can use this to provide a multi-level layered of interruption against the opponent, which actually sometimes is about as good as, you know, doing some other crazy things. The fact that this card is as strong as it actually is, I do think we are going to see some pretty explosive value in the market around it. You've been warned. Harmonia is going to be disgusting. Dominus Spark. Now this one is exciting. During the turn in which your opponent's activated a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, we can activate this from the hand. Target a monster your opponent controls. Banish it. Woo. Then if you have no traps in your graveyard, your opponent can special summon a monster from their hand. If you activated this card from the hand, you can activate Earth, Water, Fire, and Wind monsters. For the rest of this duel, you have the avatar colors locking you out. This Dominus is going to be pretty strong for the fact that you get some very strong fundamentals with it. Obviously, Impulse is limited in the OCG, so they have to kind of play Spark. But we don't have that here. We don't have those limitations in the TCG. So I'm a little bit curious, like, what we're going to do with this. You could actually just see the birth of, like, 6 Solemn builds. Yeah, that might be a little bit interesting. I'd be scared of that. And then Solemn Accusation. This card, I think, will be a side deck card for sure. Well, we can activate this to the turn of a set by revealing one other face-down trap card that you control. When a spell or trap is activated, and you activate one of these effects, you can pay 1,500 light points to negate an activation of a spell and trap card or effects with the same original name that was destroyed for the rest of this turn. So you activate Engage, no more Engage for the rest of this turn. But also I could pay 3k to negate that activation, banish it, and force you to banish all of your Engages from the game. So I mean, at a cost of a whopping 3,000 to make it so that I don't have to worry about getting engaged for the rest of this game is kind of a crazy feeling, actually. I am very curious to know, you know, how much players are going to actually want to play this card and how much dedication we're going to see to the craft of this, because Solemn Accusation is a crazy good Solemn. Like, they did very wonderful things with this. And we have Elvennotes Regina. This is kind of interesting. So, quick effect, send one other Elvennote card from the hand or face on the field of the graveyard. Special summon this from the hand. If this card is normal or special to the center main monster zone, you can special summon an Elvennote from the deck, except for Regina. And if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can add it to your hand. so I can quick effect kind of bloom on out during the opponent's turn and just kind of keep the Congo line of searchability going. Yeah, that's pretty worthy of being a secret rare, honestly. Like, this card's going to tune Elvennote all the way up to another level. So what do you guys think? Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.